from Denmark. Please, the floor is yours, Dorothe.
Thank you very much. I can see that we are really close friends together now for the last session. And I think I will go directly to the point. I'm Director of Education in the, and that's a very long name, in the National Olympic Committee and National Confederation of Sport in Denmark. So we are both Olympic Committee and also the Confederation of the 61 federations of sport in Denmark. I'm responsible for education and especially for coaches, and we made an analysis. We have the same situation as in Finland. We have a volunteering system, and our analysis showed us that all these volunteers, they would like to have education, they would like to have training as coaches, but they lack the time and they lack also the mobility in order to go and take courses. So we sat down and said, well, if you can take a master on e-learning, it should be possible to train coaches by using e-learning programs. And that's what we began to do, and we began looking for funding. Unfortunately, we got funding from Olympic Solidarity last summer. And in 2 weeks' time, there'll be a program ready, and that's what I'm going to show you. Sorry, it will be in Danish, because it hasn't been translated yet, but I'll try to explain the thoughts we've been doing about it. So what you see here is the homepage. We will develop 3 things. We develop a learning page with all the knowledge that that usually is taught in a 3-hour lesson about sport injuries. So we did choose the subject sport injuries to start with, because it's all over, something that trainers, coaches, leaders need to know something about. They do not need to be experts, but they need to know something. And this learning page contains all the knowledge. I'll show you a little more afterwards. And then we do a test, an electronic test. If you pass it, it will be part of your training course, your coaching course in Denmark. As one of my colleagues this morning stated, we're state in the state. That was the way you said it, because in Denmark we are training the coaches. It's not the educational system. But according to this program, it doesn't matter who is doing what. What is important is that we make now available knowledge by e-learning. And it will be very interesting to see how people will look at it when it comes out to the public. Because I know that they look at it and say, well, that is not the culture of sport. In sport, we have relationships between each other. We do not learn by the computer. But I hope it will be a kind of revolution, because I can give all the volunteers, and in Denmark it's a lot, because we have 11,000 sport clubs, we have 360,000 volunteers, leaders and trainers, coaches, and they change every year. Not everybody, but a lot of them, because they are parents, and when their children stop playing football, they stop too. So they'll be new all the time. So it is, I think this program will change the way we look at volunteers and also the way we look at their training. Just to see what you see here. It's called, this is prevention, this is acute, and this is training afterwards. So these are just the subjects. And if, Kelly, you just point on the first one, this one, then you will have a whole system of questions, subjects, and different ways of learning about the subjects. So I need to step down again. If you point on this one, Kelly. the explanation, the muscles, everything, in order to know what's all about. And you go just back. You just use the back thing. Ah, not that much. And you can, yeah. We are really trying to use a lot of pedagogical knowledge in order to make it interesting. Here we have small tests, a little quiz. How many percent of acute injuries could be prevented? And what would you say? How many percent?
60.
We have 60 or 75. Just point one of them, Kelly. And you will have the answers immediately, just to encourage and motivate people to go further on. This one is the same. That's one of the pedagogical ideas we have tried to put in, or we have put into the program, so that people all the time get motivated. But you have to keep in mind that this is basic knowledge. This one. Go to this one, Kelly. This is kind of, we used much drawings and a bit old-fashioned drawings in order to not make it too fashionable and too modern, in order to make people understand, well, this is about you and me. Yeah, that's our analysis, but if it will work, we don't know. We have a lot of visual things in order to make people think. And here we have dilemmas. So it's just questions. I want to play a game, an important game on Sunday. I can't because my hand is hurting and I'm playing handball. Should I play? And we expect these dilemmas to be used in sport clubs all over the country, because these are dilemmas that happens every day or every week. So we believe that this can change the way we look at sport injuries throughout the country. Yeah, just stick to that one. It's very interesting. Yeah, it's okay. I just want to finish saying what's happening now, because I didn't mention the third thing we're doing. We're doing a mobile application too, so that it will be possible to download an app for your mobile with the most important sport injuries, so that the coaches can out there at sports facilities just look out and say, well, he hurt his head, what should I do? Just the most helpful things to know as a coach when you're out there in the situation. The overall theme was campaigning sport for all. This is a very practical way to try to campaign for sport for all, because this is to give knowledge to everybody working with sport for all, so that they know what they're doing if they are in front of sport injuries. But this is just a start. We are going to do much more of this, but I have to prove right now, I have to prove this will be a success. So by the end of 2011, I will know whether it is considered as a success or not. Because the system will be that all the knowledge, the link to the homepage, will be for free. So we're going to send that out to all schools, universities, high schools, everybody who wants to know what this is all about. And of course all the federations and the sport clubs, so that basic knowledge about sport injuries will be people's basic knowledge. And I think that is a beautiful thought, to give that knowledge to people. But there are so many ideas of what we can use this for in the future. This is a very concrete thing, but we're looking at how to train coaches to understand the role they play when they're in front of youngsters, when they're in front of seniors, when they're coaches within Sport for All. Because we see there's a certain challenge that a lot of training programs are at higher levels. They tend to be directed towards talent development and elite sports, but not within Sport for All. And we see a need to have very, very good coaches within Sport for All. So that is some of the gap analysis we have made according to educational programs for coaches, and we are going to use e-learning to help us disseminate all the knowledge we have, and I'm looking very much forward to that. Yes, that's a short version.